What is going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to look at 5 mock trades for Juan Soto. Juan Soto is a top 3 player in baseball and looks like there's a good chance that he is going to be traded from the Washington Nationals this year. He spent his whole career with the Washington Nationals and he's won one World Series with the Washington Nationals. Now, Juan Soto just won the Home Run Derby and he's hitting 247 this year with 20 home runs and 43 RBIs, a 399 on base percentage, a 488 slugging, 887 OPS, and an OPS plus of 157, and a 3.4 WAR. He's having a really good year for the Washington Nationals, and it just doesn't seem like he wants to be in Washington very much anymore, which I don't think anybody would with the way they're playing right now. I certainly wouldn't. And Juan Soto's top 3 in baseball, and let's go and look at 5 mock trades for him. Now, every one of these trades Patrick Corbin's going to be in because realistically, you're going to have to take on Patrick Corbin's contract for Juan Soto. In this case, there's a certain price that you're going to have to pay for getting one of the better players in baseball in Juan Soto. So, yeah, let's go ahead and head to the first trade between the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals seem to be the front runner right now for Juan Soto. In this trade, the Cardinals will receive Juan Soto and Patrick Corbin, making them possibly the best outfield in baseball if they don't already have it, with Soto, Bader, and O'Neill. And then Corbin will be okay left-handed star, probably better than METS is doing if he's not already done for the year at the time you're seeing this video. In exchange, the Nationals will receive Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, Dylan Carlson, Matthew Levator, Gordon Graciov, and Joshua Baez. And these are 6 guys that are pretty solid prospects. Starting off with Jordan Walker, he's the best prospect in their system, top 20 in baseball. He was the first-round pick back in 2020. And this dude's insane. I mean, he is only 21 years old right now, and he's hitting 301 right now in Double-A with 8 home runs and 36 RBIs. I mean, he is really, really good. 390 on base percentage, a 483 slugging, and an 873 OPS. And while he's not been maybe as good as he was last year, he's still been very solid. And at only 20, I mean, he is way younger than the normal level for Double-A. I mean, Double-A is usually 23, 24-year-olds, and he's doing very well at 20. And next up is their top pitching prospect, Matthew Levator. He saw 27 innings in the major leagues this year, 5 ERA. He's not been great. He's walked a lot of batters, and an average of 300 for hitters. In Triple-A this year, 4-3 with a 4.36 ERA and 11 starts, 64 innings pitched, and 19 walks compared to 67 strikeouts. I think Levator could be a future ace for this team, and we know how much the Nationals front office loves pitching. Next up is their shortstop, Mason Wynn, who definitely could crack into a lot of people's top 100. This year in Double-A Springfield, he is hitting 298, 363 on base percentage, 484 slugging, and an 847 OPS with 7 home runs and 42 RBIs. He walks a lot, and he's walking more this year, and he's hit 7 home runs and 42 RBIs. You know, he could be in for a promotion to AAA, but once again, he's only 20 years old too. And Gordon Graffio, this guy has had a really good career to this point. He was the Cardinals' 5th-round pick back in 2021. He had a really good year in low A last year, and he started in high A this year, absolutely dominated there in 45 innings. Then has been moved up, struggled a little bit more, but, you know, he's still not struggled that much. In 99 innings this year, 8-3 with a 2.18 ERA and 17 starts. And the final guy on this list is Joshua Baez. This guy has got just about no playing time in the minors, and I'm pretty sure that is due to injury. He was the 2nd-round pick back in 2021, and this guy's very similar to, of course, Aaron Judge. He's similar to that, but he really hasn't proven to be anywhere near like that, and he only has played 1 game this year in low A Palm Beach. He didn't look that great last year in 23 games in the rookie league. I don't know, but, you know, he is 19, so he's very young and still got a chance to improve. That is our first trade of today's video. Next up is the team that I think is probably most likely to trade for Juan Soto, and that's the Los Angeles Dodgers. This trade, the Dodgers would receive Juan Soto and Patrick Corbin, and the Nationals would receive Diego Cartaya, Bobby Miller, Miguel Vargas, Andy Pages, Gavin Lux, and Max Bruns. So in this trade, you get Gavin Lux, who's having a breakout season for the Dodgers, and he could be a player, that's going to be right on their major league roster compared to just about every other one of these guys that probably won't be. Now, what you get back in return, prospects wise, is Diego Cartage, who in high A this year is hitting 272 with 15 home runs and 52 RBIs. He's having a very good year. He was signed in 2018 by the Dodgers. Bobby Miller was the Dodgers' first round pick back in 2020 out of Louisville. And he's been pretty solid in his time this year in Double-A, 4-4 with a 4.48 ERA. He definitely could be a little better, but he's still doing fine. Andy Baez is the guy that is a big power guy, hitting 240 this year with 16 home runs and 50 RBIs. He hit 31 home runs last year. He could possibly be in the running to make the major league team if he was to get traded for Washington. And Miguel Vargas is a guy who is hitting 292 with 13 home runs and 66 RBIs in AAA. Probably most other major league teams he would probably be on their roster, but it's the Dodgers, so that's not the case. And they also get the number 12 prospect, Max Bruns, who was a 2021 first rounder. Kind of a reach there. He's 0-2 with a 4.39 ERA and 13 starts in low A Rancho. Yeah. So I think the Dodgers really are the most likely team. I mean, they still have a top 3 farm system with how good their team is. Now, next up is an in-division trade that I'm sure a lot of people may not like, but could happen if the Nationals truly think that the Mets offer is the best offer. For the third time, the Mets will receive Juan Soto and Patrick Corbin, and the Nationals will receive Francisco Alvarez, Ronnie Mauricio, Mark Vientos, Brett Baty, J.D. Davis, and Khalil Lee. In this trade, it doesn't matter what's going to happen is the fact that Francisco Alvarez has to go, and Mets fans are going to have to be fine with that because realistically, if you're getting a top 3 player in baseball, Francisco Alvarez is going to have to go. I mean, he's a young stud at 20 years old, hitting 260 this year with 19 home runs and 55 RBIs. I mean, he's killing wherever he goes. Brett Baty in Double-A this year is hitting 292 with 13 home runs and 36 RBIs. If he was to get traded to Washington, I would think he would be in either Triple-A or the majors, probably not Double-A. Ronnie Mauricio hitting 247 in Double-A with 16 home runs and 55 RBIs. His power is really coming together. And Mark Vientos, they also get him. He is hitting 261 in Triple-A, 17 home runs, 48 RBIs. He would probably be on a lot of major league teams right now, but he isn't for the Mets. J.D. Davis is on the major league team, not getting a lot of PT right now, but he could still be somebody pretty decent for them, whether he plays DH or whatever. And Khalil Lee was somebody they got from the Kansas City Royals, I'm pretty sure. And, he might be on their major league team too. He's only got 2 games in the majors with the Mets this year. He's hitting 208 in the minors with 8 home runs and 27 RBIs. Like I said, he would probably be on the major league team in Washington. Next up, the San Francisco Giants. The Giants have been kind of underdogs for Giancarlo Stanton in the past. They've been in the running. The Giants in this trade will receive Juan Soto and Patrick Corbin, and the Nationals will receive a good bundle of prospects. And the Giants here, and just like any team, I'm sure you're kind of recognizing this, is it's been said that you're going to have to give up 4 of your top 5 prospects for a guy like Juan Soto. And in this trade, they give back Marcelo Luciano, Kyle Harrison, Luis Matos, Elliot Ramos, and Hunter Bishop. I mean, this is a lot, but for a player like Juan Soto, this is what you have to give up. In high A for Luciano, he's hitting 288 with 8 home runs and 17 RBIs this year. He's not performing too great, but he's still only 20. And Kyle Harrison in Double-A, he's got a 3-2 record with a 2.42 ERA in 16 games, 74 innings, 33 walks compared to 128 strikeouts. He's doing very well, and he's only 20. Same thing with Matos, who's in high A as well. He is not hitting very well at all this year. 185 with 6 home runs and 21 RBIs. Definitely a very bad year so far from him. Elliot Ramos would probably be on the major league team in Washington. He's hitting 221 with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs, and has got 7 games in the major leagues with San Francisco. And the other guy that San Francisco is going to be giving up is Hunter Bishop, of course, who they drafted very highly a few years ago. Bishop was their 10th overall pick, and he has just not lived up to it. He has been pretty horrible. This year in high A, 229 with 13 home runs and 38 RBIs. He strikes out a lot. I mean, he definitely should not have been taken as high as he was. And next up, the final team's the New York Yankees, who I'm sure a lot of people in this video were probably interested to see because weirdly, Jason Dominguez and Trey Sweeney were pulled out of their games in high A today. Kind of weird. I don't know. But Anthony Volpe is the guy that they're going to have to give up here. And, of course, they'll get Juan Soto and Patrick Corbin in exchange for Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, Austin Wells, Trey Sweeney, Roderick Arias, and Ken Waltagix. So Anthony Volpe is the number one prospect, 252 with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs. He had a very, very slow start to the year. Just not a good start to the year. He's only 21, though, and, I mean, the potential is through the roof. He's a top 10 prospect in baseball. Jason Dominguez just came onto the scene this year and performed very well. He just got the promotion to high A Hudson Valley, where he's hitting on the year 272 with 10 home runs and 39 RBIs. He made it to the Futures game. He's hitting really well. But the guy in the Yankees farm system that's probably having the biggest breakout year is Austin Wells, who was the 28th overall pick out of Arizona back in 2020. And he's hitting 293 this year with 9 home runs and 25 RBIs. He's having a really good breakout year, and he's in Double-A right now. And Ken is this guy, 6-3 with a 2.44 ERA, 70 innings. I mean, this guy is insane this year, and he should be on a major league pitching staff. And also in this trade, they will get back Roderick Arias, and just because he's the number 12th ranked prospect might seem to some people that he doesn't have a lot of value. But in the rookie DZL league, he's not hitting too well, 196, but he's only 17. And he was the top guy coming out of the international draft this year. And Arias could be pretty solid, but obviously it's going to take him quite a long time to get up, it seems like. But yeah, those are the 5 mock trades for Juan Soto. Where's Juan Soto going to go? I mean, it is taking the MLB world by storm where he might go. And it seems like Juan Soto is going to get dealt this trade deadline. Might Ohtani get dealt this deadline too? This deadline is going to be fun. It should be interesting. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching.